Hello, this is Scott, and this is the Hyper Report. Here are the quotes for various items. First, turning inward. For years, the manufactured lie known as the War on Terror, or should be called War of Terror, was directed at other countries. However, that has changed. With the use of drones and constitutional surveillance by the U.S. government, the War on Terror is slowly but surely transitioning into a war on the citizens. Next, CIA targeting Trump? One just can't make this stuff up, folks. It turns out the attacker on Donald Trump, Tommy DiMassimo, was associated with the CIA-controlled ISIS. If true, should we expect other covert CIA operations like Trump having a heart attack? Next, New York Fed theft. Chinese hackers are being blamed for hacking into the New York Fed and stealing $100 million from the Bangladesh Central Bank. Really? Since the CIA has already admitted to hacking the U.S. Senate computers, is it really out of the question that they have not hacked into the New York Fed to help finance ISIS off the books? Next, don't buy a new car. The average cost for a new car is over $30,000. However, the average family income is $54,000 a year. Even with longer car loans, this makes new cars disproportionately expensive. In addition, with so many complicated technologies such as touchscreens and active safety features, there are so many things that can go wrong that it will cost you. Next, credit card debt. For the first time ever, total credit card debt in the U.S. is approaching $1 trillion. At $71 billion, U.S. consumers accumulated more credit card debt during the fourth quarter of 2015 than they did during the years of 2009 through 2011 combined. Credit card debt is likely the last thing to explode in a consumer-based economy that has collapsed under the weight of an explosive debt. Next, 58 years. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration presented 37 of their 58-year atmospheric temperature data. Their abbreviated version shows a rising temperature. However, the full data shows that the Earth's atmosphere has not warmed at all since the late 1950s. A lie that is half-truth is the darkest of all lies. Next, Dark Act 2.0. If enough states get on board with GMO labeling laws, it would become inevitable that big food and big biotech would lose their stranglehold on the American people. This is why paid-off political whores in the U.S. Senate and both political parties are drafting legislation again to block individual states from enacting their own GMO labeling laws. Finally, please prepare now for the escalating economic and social unrest. Good day.